I got the spruce cut off, and I have sanded these down a little bit, and I'm getting ready to, let's see here. I just got to finish hand filing this. All right, and then I'll just take care of the other one. Next thing I want to do is get the center hole drilled. So I'm just going to take a, I don't really know what these things are called. It's like a center finding square or something. And just start trying to see if there is a reasonable center here. And I want to go from several different angles to make sure that I actually do find the center. But it does need to be pretty close. So it looks like the center's right in there. And I think that'll work. It'd be maybe less than 1/8 of an inch off, and that would work. Okay, I'm going to get that drilled out. All right, here we go. Alright, I'm going to get these drilled out, and when I made the pattern, I have the points where they get drilled already marked. Now, using a transfer punch, I've transferred these holes through to the bottom plate. So when I drilled my holes in the top piece and in this ring and in the wooden part, I started by drilling the holes out in the top piece, and then I transferred all that here. But I've been working on this thing for a long time, and I forgot that I actually should have keyed all of those off of the holes that are in the feet of the transformer. So I now am going to have to move these holes over just a little bit, but it's okay. These are going to be hidden inside. There'll be actually a bolt sitting on, a nut sitting on top of it, and you'll never see it. But anyway, I just, you know, full disclosure here that I kind of messed this up. Okay, we're going to get these painted, and I just made this spray booth to have somewhere I could paint these inside because it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. I have cleaned this, sprayed it down with brake cleaner to make sure there's no grease or anything on it, and I'm going to spray it with this. This is actually High-Tech, the brand, but it's self-etching primer. And that's the important thing when you're dealing with aluminum, is to use some kind of self-etching primer, because the acid will actually eat its way into the aluminum a little bit and help it to stick. Krylon actually makes one, but I can't get it. So I got this from an automotive paint store here in town. So now I'm just going to give this a coat. Alright, now we'll get this flipped over on these pins here. Now this is a piece of aluminum flashing, and I'm just going to spray a little of this on here, because when I get through I'm going to spray paint it with Krylon. And you know, my experience has been like, if you put Krylon over the top of Rust-Oleum, it'll orange peel it. And I've never used this before, so I just want to I want you to do this as a test. When this dries, I'm going to come back and hit it with Krylon and make sure it doesn't orange peel on me. So here's our test piece, and I'm just going to spray a little bit of the paint on there. Let that sit and see what we get. Alright, here's our sample, and it gave a good finish. Funny little note here. I sprayed this on, the green on, kind of let it dry, and then I sprayed the black on there, and then I read on the can that you're supposed to wait 24 hours. So I know it works almost, you know, like 10 minutes later, but anyway, so this has been on there 24 hours. We're going to give it a try. I've got all the gold lettering done, and you can see where a place here where I wiped off some and messed up the finish, and there's a few other little places. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my spray paint and spray it onto a Q-tip and clean up some of these areas. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry, probably for a day, and then I'll give it a clear coating to protect this gold and also to make the sheen the same all the way across it.